Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Tag Tuesday of VEDA. I don't know how many videos we're up to, but we're gonna do book tag, the 20 questions book tag. And here's the thing, I love reading. I read a lot of like bloggers book tags because they're not super popular on BookTube anymore, but I still love them. So I never go through the questions to know what my answers are, so we're gonna be very surprised all together. Okay, question number 1, how many books are too many in a series? Okay, I am not a series girly. Like, I don't read book series. But here's the thing. I don't mind a trilogy. I think after a trilogy, it's just too much. Because here's the thing. I have loved series in the past, like Divergent and Hunger Games. And heck, I was even a Twilight girly back in the day. But I see all of these authors revamping their original trilogy and doing spin-off off spin-offs off spin-off and making what was a 3-book series into like an 8 or 9 book series, and at that point I'm just like, that's stupid. I'm sorry, that is so stupid though. Like, I did my reread of the Hunger Games this year, and I really part of me wants to read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and whatever, Reaping of the Many. No, it's not Reaping of the Many, but the new books in that series, because like the Hunger Games was a very special book to me, but I'm also like, come on, when is too much too much? So I say after 3 books. 3 books maximum, but I really don't like series books anyway. How do you feel about cliffhangers? Love them. Love them. Especially at the end of like a standalone book, when it's just an ambiguous ending is what they call it. Like, it's really up to interpretation. You don't know what really happened. See, for example, To Kill a Mockingbird. I was heartbroken, devastated by that ending. But it's not really clear what happened. And then there's like the duology to it, the sequel to it, that just came out few years ago, but like several years after To Kill a Mockingbird came out. And here's the thing, I kind of like not knowing. I don't want everything to be wrapped up in a pretty little bow, because life is not always like that. You don't always get the answers, and everything does not wrap up in a pretty little bow. Okay, I'm done. So I love cliffhangers. Hardback or paperback girly? I love a good paperback book. I used to definitely be more hardcover girly, but paperbacks you can, put in your purse, you can bring with you. I mean, I guess you could say that about a hardback too, but I don't know. I just think that my paperback books just in general look better than my hardcover books. Favorite book. I'm going favorite book of all time, and if you're familiar with my channel, then you already know it's going to be Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls. Like, epic book. It's all the things that I hate in books it's historical fiction. Here's the thing. It's all about Billy and old Dan and little Ann and sacrifice and okay, so Billy is growing up in the Great Depression and his family can't afford to get him a hound, and all he wants is a hunting hound. He ends up working and saving for 2 years until he goes to town and gets 2 hunting dogs, Old Dan and Little Ann, and the friendship between the 3 of them and like the sacrifice and oh, my heart, my pretty little hearts for this book. Then we have least favorite book. Least favorite book. I try really hard not to dwell on books that I didn't like. And I'm looking at my favorite shelf over there, like, that's gonna help me, but it's not because I don't keep books that I don't like. And it's kind of like, okay, well, you went in one ear and out the other type of thing. So, I'm just not going to answer that. Love triangle, yes or no? Here's the thing about a love triangle. I have never read a book where it's actually a fair love triangle. Every love triangle book that I've read has a clear winner. Like, you are supposed to root for PETA. You are supposed to root for Edward. You are supposed to root for that couple. You already know going into the book who's going to win. And it's not even a love triangle, it's like forced in a lot of young adult books. And I don't read young adult books anymore, so I don't think that I like love triangles, but I've never had it in like a more fair environment. I don't know if that makes sense. I just am crazy. So I guess no to love triangles. The most recent book you couldn't finish. Ooh, I've been really good with books. Okay, it was a Kindle book. It was Love Wrecked by Katrina Hale. So here's the thing. I DNF'd it at like 50-something% because honestly, the main character was just drinking, partying, making mistakes, drinking, making mistakes, drinking, making mistakes. Honestly, she just has a drinking problem. And I don't need to read a romance where she gets drunk, makes mistakes, gets drunk, makes mistakes, drinks, makes mistakes, drinks, makes mistakes. And then when she's not drinking, she's talking about how she wants to be drinking. And like, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I couldn't. A book you're currently reading. Okay. I'm currently reading Wedding Dashers by Heather McBreen because Cassidy from Covers with Cassidy is doing a summer reading challenge, and I go back to work tomorrow, which is so sad. But I have more like year-round school. I mean, it's not exactly year-round because we do get June and July off, but I go back to school in August. They go back to school in August. This year it's like before August. But Covers with Cassidy is doing a summer romance reading challenge, and This is the next book for that reading challenge that I'm participating in. I'm loving that book, by the way. Then the last book you recommended to someone. Actually, I just recommended All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata because, oh my god, that was so good. So it's like extra slow burn. Like nothing happens until the last quarter, 30% of the book. Okay? Mariana Zapata is queen of slow burn. It's Grumpy Sunshine, but oh my god, it's zaddy. And a little bit of an age gap. Like, he's 10 years older than her, but that doesn't seem to be a problem. And I don't know. I just really, really, really enjoyed that book. So if you have not read Mariana Zapata in general, then you need to read Mariana Zapata, but definitely All Roads Lead Here. And I've only read 2 books by this author. There's All Roads Lead Here and The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and both of them are so good, so top notch. Oldest book you've read based on publication date. I'm gonna say Shakespeare. Like, I've read all of Shakespeare. I don't know. I don't really enjoy Shakespeare, but at one point or another, you know, I read all of them. I don't know if that counts. I'm counting it. Then, newest book you've read based on publication dates. Okay, well, where? I don't know. This one, did it come out this year? This one just came out this year, Wedding Dashers. Let me see if there's a different one that came out this year. Unless I'm just gonna use this one. I could cheat and use a book that came out like in 2011, but this edition just came out this year and I just read it this year. Okay, so there's this one, or the new edition of The Hunger Games, or House of Glass by Sarah Pekkanen. I mean, those all came out this year. Oh, and Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. Also, I DNF'd Deep End by Ellie Hazelwood this year. Okay, favorite author. Oh, favorite author. I mean, I gotta K.A. Tucker. I've read a lot of K.A. Tucker this year. Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've read quite a few of her things, but my favorite, I don't love her like historical fiction, like whatever, that's fine. But I do love her like contemporary, just like smack you in the face, smack you in the heart, smack you in the face, whatever. Then there's Riley Sager. I've read all of his books except for his new one. Really enjoy his writing. Love Christina Lauren. I know it asks for one author, but I think that is so unfair. Simone St. James. Amazing. Abby Jimenez. Wow. Emily Henry. Wow, Alita. Darcy Coates is really climbing up the ranks for me. Ian Reid. Oh my god. I've only read a couple of his things, but I really enjoy his writing. I think that might be it. Kate Alice Marshall is kind of hit or miss for me. Okay. But I'm pretty sure that that's good enough. Buying books or borrowing them. Here's the thing. If it was any other year, I would have said buy all the books, do all the things. And part of me does still have that buying mentality. I mean, I bought 43 books this year. which is a lot less than any other year on BookTube, probably. Well, maybe not the first year or two, but the last like 4 years, I've bought a lot of books. But I've kind of started winging that back a lot, where I borrow the book, I read the book, and then if I really, really love it, then I buy it for my already read shelf, not for my TBR shelf. Because it can still be on my TBR even if I don't own it physically, like, right? But if I read it and find out that I love it, then I can just add it to my trophy collection. And that's kind of what I started doing. So I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, because I still have that mentality of, oh, let me go buy that book, let me have that one, I need that one. But I'm getting better. I'm getting a lot better. Don't you dare say anything different, hubby. No, I'm just kidding. I am getting way better. A book you dislike that everyone else loves. Okay, let's go. Let's say it. Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. That was hyped so much. And I don't agree. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I DNF'd it. I don't think I will ever finish it, but that's okay. Bookmarks or dog ear. I love my bookmarks, especially like this one because my son made it for me. But I used to dog ear, and I really don't care what you do with your books. A book you can read over and over. Well, I mean, Where the Red Fern Grows, duh. Or The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, but don't finish the series. Just read the first. It's like one and done with that series. Don't finish the series. The rest of the series is pure garbage. I'm so sorry. But those are my 2 books that always get me out of a slump. Or The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, because that's in a league of its own. Can you read while listening to music? Yes. I also can read while my husband is scrolling or watching TV, but mostly scrolling, because we don't really watch a lot of TV unless we're watching it together as like a bonding thing, kind of, or like watching a movie together or something. Multiple points of view or one? Multiple. I mean, I can read either, but generally my books have multiple points of view. Do you read a book in one sitting or over multiple days on average? Here's the thing. Motherhood has changed me. I used to read them in one day. I used to. And like, I'm actually doing pretty well. I just started this one like right before dinner. Dinner's at like, well, at like 5 every night. It's just barely past 8. And I'm already 105 pages in. But I need sleep. I used to be able to just pull all-nighters and read the books that I was super interested in. And sometimes if a book is just like grabbing me and I can't put it down, then I'll do that. But generally speaking, it takes me 2 to 3 days to finish like this size book. I guess it could take me as long as a week to finish a book. You know, give or take a day and a half. But that was my 20 questions reading tag. If you're watching this and you want to do a tag on your channel, then tag here it. Or if you did it down below in the comments, that's wonderful too. I will see you in the next video tomorrow. I hope you are enjoying the content for VEDA. I'm working really hard for you guys. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you're new around here.